Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. Man, these Knicks are becoming very impressive once again. They used a suffocating defense in that second half to completely stifle the Lakers. They only allowed 44 points to the mighty Los Angeles Lakers with Luka Doncic and LeBron James. Yes, they were without Austin Reeves, but we were without Miles Deuce McBride. The Knicks put it together, and they made some timely buckets. They were aggressive. They were winning 50-50 balls in the second half. In the first half, not so much, which is why they were down 56-52. I believe that was the score. So they and then came out in that third quarter, and they stumbled a little bit, but then completely turned it on. I got to give a shout out to Josh Hart. He had a nice drive. He got an and one, immediately got the Knicks the lead, 57-56, and the Knicks pretty much took off from there. Outstanding victory. The New York Knicks defeat the Los Angeles Lakers 112-100 on what may be the last appearance of LeBron James at MSG. That's right. And you can kind of sense it. In the post-game interviews, he was praising the Madison Square Garden vibe, the crowd, how meaningful it is to play there. It does sound like the words of a man who knows he probably will not play next season. So we'll see about that, but he hasn't announced anything like that yet. Shout out to the chat. Make sure everyone is looking good here. All right, we got some people coming in. All right, let's go. Jose, what's up? G Money. I am Sue Beauty. Oh yes, great game. And Shamet was balling. Shamet was on fire. Damn it, Shamet. He was draining the three. He even drove right. Aggressive, kissed it off the glass for a nice layup. Fantastic game for Mr. Landry Shamet. Outstanding. I mean, really outstanding game up and down. Everybody. And this was a night where Brunson didn't have it. You know, he didn't really have it, but man, did he come through with the playmaking. 13 assists for him. He was actually kind of close to a triple-double. He had 7 rebounds. Shout out to Vincent Huang. Thank you so much for the super chat, brother. Damn it, Shamet. Let's go. I love it. The New York Knicks are now firmly in second place, tied with the Celtics because they won again today. But they're beginning to create some separation between them and the other teams below. 6 games in a row they've won after having gone 2 of 9 in the last 11 games before that. When about a week ago, we're looking at the schedule, I was thinking, you know what? Knicks could just snap off a 7-game win streak. And here we are. You know who they play next on Tuesday? The Washington Wizards. So that actually, speaking that out into existence, it might actually happen. Let's go. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into this game. Here we go. New York Knicks 112-100, very impressive fashion, and Mr. Karl Anthony Towns was the high man in plus minus tonight. That's right. He came through with some big buckets tonight. Some big rebounds tonight. Only 11 points, but 13 rebounds, 2 steals, 4 assists, and got a plus 23. He was the high man with a plus 23 in plus minus tonight. Great game for him. But man, the story was OG Anunoby and Landry Shamet, and we're going to get into that. But this was, as I said, an impressive win for Knicks. Their suffocating second half defense left the Lakers with few options, holding LA to 44 points. Shamet was on fire, and OG as well. 6th win in a row for New York. Beautifully done. And here we go. We get the highlights going here for you guys. Some home cooking here. OG with 25 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 steals, 3 big steals. He got a nice pick 6 at one point. Landry Shamet, 23 points for him, 3 rebounds, 1 assist. Josh comes through with 20 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 block. And Brunson, even though offensively he struggled, he came through with 12 points, 13 assists, and 7 rebounds, and picked up a steal. And he also steps in front of offensive players, takes the charge, creates turnovers. I think they won a coach's challenge at one point. And then Cat with 11 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists for him, 2 steals, as I mentioned. And Mikal Bridges, 10 points. He struggled offensively, but defensively he stepped up. He was there as a presence, especially in that second half. I think I just swallowed a bug. I think I just swallowed a bug. Oh, man. Let's go. Oh, yeah. OG steals were unreal. Cat had 2 steals as well. So did McCall and Brunson. Knicks had 7 steals as a team. They had 30 assists. Oh, beautifully done. And I think the Lakers only had 21 assists tonight. Yeah, I think that was the pick 6 right there. And then Shamet was just, I mean, he was on fire today. I loved the way he approached the game today. But OG, man, he's the star of the game. 25 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 assists for Mr. Anunoby. And then when you look at what Shamet did, he contributed off the bench as the Knicks win NBC's first ever Sunday night basketball game. And I think I saw someone posted, I can't remember who it was. They said, you know what? Why are you even having any other games tonight? If you're going to showcase this, make this into a big thing, then do it. Don't have other games competing with this. And I agree with that completely. 112 or 100 over LeBron and Luka and the Lakers. 23 points for him on 8 of 13 field goal shooting. 6 of 10 from the 3-point line. It's almost like when he shoots it, like I'm stunned when it doesn't go in. I have the same feeling about Deuce. But not only that, let me tell you, our guy Josh Hart tonight, 3 of 4 from the 3-point line. OG Anunoby, 4 of 8 from the 3-point line. And Shamet, 6 of 10. Kolek, 2 of 6, which was needed. Because on a night when McCall was 0 for 6 from the 3-point line and Brunson was only 2 of 6 from the 3-point line, you needed other guys to step up, and that's what happened tonight. The Knicks shot 43% from the 3-point line, and they kept the Lakers to just under 29% from the 3-point line. They were closing out hard on the shooters on the 3-point line without fouling. I'm thoroughly impressed by the performance of this Knicks team tonight. The Lakers, they're not a championship caliber team. They're not going to compete with Denver and OKC, maybe not even Houston, I would say, but they definitely are a high quality team. Right now they're 7th. They just dropped. They were tied for 6th in the league with the Suns. Suns ended up winning. Yeah. Okay. So they've won, but they have a 29-19 record. That's pretty impressive. And I would say this. I would definitely count this as a pretty big win, especially considering all the vibes coming into tonight. The Knicks had won 5 in a row. Lakers, they want to come to New York and make a statement. This is the first game Luka and LeBron together on this Madison Square Garden stage. They were going to do everything they could to win this game, and they came out in that first half trying to do it, especially in that first quarter. The Knicks got off to a poor start. They were down 6. It was 33-27 at the end of that first quarter. God, that bug is still. The Lakers had 10 assists. 10 assists in that first quarter, and I think only 13 assists for the rest of the game. That's right. Man. Shout out to Lex the Destroyer. Thanks so much for taking care of business there. Best mod around. And let's see what Summer Landry's tremendous game. That's the drive. I loved the look at this. And he wasn't trying to avoid contact, but he knew exactly what to do so he can get a nice, clean look off the backboard. And here comes a nice pass from OG. Shamet just splashing the net. I mean, no doubt about it. Nice McCall cross court, and Shamet just catch it. Perfect pass for him. Caught it, went up really clean. Here's another one. I think all the rest of the buckets are 3-pointers. Look at that one. That was a really impressive one because the Knicks were down at that point. And then, this was beautiful. Nice pass by Brunson. And JB was struggling offensively during this game. I could easily have seen him step up, pull up for a 3-pointer right there, but instead he passed it, and he did it earlier At one point also in the game for OG. Nice. Get those three there. Shamet is such a weapon for us. This rotation has completely solidified right now. This team is playing some tremendous basketball at this point. In fact, let's look at what the Knicks have been doing the past 6 games during this win streak. Landry Shamet is shooting 53%, 52.8% from the three-point line. That is on 6 attempts per game. Fabulous. OG Anunoby, finally, his three-point shot was looking wonky for a while, especially since the NBA Cup and during that losing streak. But now he's shooting over 50%, 51.7% from the three-point line, and he's shooting 62.7% overall. So he's dominating beyond the arc. He's dominating inside the arc. Sometimes he has 4 or 5 dunks in a game. He's playing some major bully ball. He's being physical. He's punishing the defense with his physicality, and he's also suffocating the offense with his physicality. He's just coming into his own. And on a night when the All-Star reserves were announced for OG, who didn't make it. I didn't think he was going to. I think that losing streak hurt the Knicks, the ability to get that third guy on. But they did get a second guy. They got Karl-Anthony Towns, 3rd year in a row. Actually, 6th. I think it's his 6th time as an NBA All-Star. So he made onto the team, and OG did not. But OG comes through with a monster game, and he's had some monster games of late, especially during this winning streak. The only thing that he's lacking right now is the free throws. He's at under 70%. But he's got 2.2 steals. I think he's 4th or 5th in the NBA in steals right now. The man, he's averaging nearly 20 points a game, 19.7. Just thoroughly impressed with his performance, but it's not just him. Every single Knick is contributing right now. Tyler Kolek, he's in 15 minutes, he's averaging 8 points per game on 48% shooting, 50% for the three-point line, and he's averaging 4.5 assists on only 1.5 turnovers. The man, that's just gorgeous basketball. Josh Hart as well. Look at him. He's shooting 47.6% from the three-point line. Almost 60% from the field, averaging 15 points. The Knicks have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players averaging 10 points or more during this win streak. Now, Deuce has missed the last 3 games, but he was averaging 10.7. He was actually kind of struggling offensively, and maybe it was that ankle that was barking a little bit, which is what it's not a new injury or anything. They're just saying, it's load management, but I think maybe it might have been impeding him. It's definitely impacting his ability to get the lift so he can make those threes that he normally does. And Mikal Bridges, he's at 30% three-point shooting, but inside the arc, it's at 48%. So he's finishing. He does still avoid contact, but there was one play where he just took the ball, a nice dribble handoff with Cat and him on the right wing, and he just drove baseline and dunked it. Want to see that. I want to see more of that from Mikal. Has to continue with that. Brunson, he's one of our weakest three-point shooters right now, but he's at 36.7%, which is not atrocious. And Cat, 36.8%. He's ticking up there, but he's only averaging 12.3 points per game, but 13.3 rebounds per game. This is, such a well-rounded roster right now. And getting Shamet back was a key ingredient for this. Now we'll look at the net ratings. Look at the net ratings. Tyler Kolek, in his 4 games that he's played, he's a plus 33.8. Deuce, a plus 33.3. Even though Deuce was struggling offensively, he still delivers positive minutes. Look at his defensive rating, 84.8. Mitch Robinson with a 29 net rating during that 6-game winning streak. The offensive rating is 123.6 when he's on the court, and the defensive rating is 94.6. Him and OG, this lethal combination here defensively, just tremendous right now. I loved when Mike Brown went with the double big lineup with OG as well, because that's what allowed OG to jump the passing lanes and create havoc that way, create steals, deflections, because you got these 2 big guys back holding the fort behind. it was a great strategy. And then I think Shamet was also on the court there, so he gives you that floor spacing, that three-point making. I love that he keeps experimenting with these lineups, and he's finding some great combinations. During this period of time, the Knicks, not a single Knick in single digits net rating. The lowest is Josh Hart, ironically, with an 11.2. But 11.2 is fabulous. That's fabulous. My God. And defensive rating, only Josh Hart has a 100.3. That's points scored per 100 possessions. That's pretty amazing. Because the Knicks, tonight, I think that five out of the last 6 games, they've held opponents to 100 points or less. And a lot of that is their second half adjustments. Adjustments in the second half. Yeah, man. I'm so proud of this team right now. Let's switch over here. James Edwards III asked Mike Brown when he knew Landry Shamet would have this kind of role. And he said, before I took the job, when I watched the film, I was like, this guy can play. Said he went into his interview for the head coaching job talking about wanting to play Shamet in a bigger role, which is really interesting when you consider the fact that Shamet was not guaranteed a roster spot going into training camp. Interesting. But here it is. And this was an interesting moment. I'm going to play this for you guys. I hope you guys can hear it. Vince Carter giving Cat that I've been here. I've done this speech. He's trying to light a fire under Cat, but also inject Cat with confidence, I believe. Let's listen to what he says here.
Trusted in God and God got me, and I was like, yo, that's what it's all about. So the congratulations. It wasn't giving congratulations. It was giving. I want to know what you're talking about right here.
Yeah, that's not what he told him. He may have said that at one point. Now he was telling him. We can just hear here. Let's see. We'll just watch it. When you come out here, and when he starts pointing at him. Yeah. You. Yeah. That he's trying to motivate him, and I love that. Air Canada. He was phenomenal, Air Canada. All right, let's keep on moving. I like this that Ian Begley tweeted out. Mike Brown mentioned that Knicks recently simplified some aspects of perimeter defense, and particularly in an on-ball defender knowing exactly where help is coming from. OG Anunoby credited defensive coordinator Brandon O'Connor and assistant Darren Arman in particular for the tactical adjustments. Knicks also forcing to the side instead of funneling to the middle. Yeah, the funneling to the middle, that's a weird fib. That was a Thibs thing. And I don't know how it stayed, but it was definitely a problem. Jalen Brunson also noted the Knicks haven't been finger pointing when things go wrong on that end and are communicating at a high level. Knick defense has been strong during 6-game winning streak. Yeah, that's an understatement. That is an understatement that their defense has been strong. There was a tweet actually similar to this. Oh, here. Bondi tweeted out something similar to this. He said, the Knicks have become a much better defensive team lately, and that arrived after they made a schematic adjustment to force drives to the baseline. Earlier this season, they were sending drivers to the middle, which isn't common in basketball. I think it's better for us the way we're doing it now. Mikal Bridges said, I think it was tougher for us the way we used to do it. Hey, live and learn. This is it. You make adjustments as the season moves forward. You find things that work. You discard the things that don't, and you stay together. You keep communicating. I love that they're not finger pointing. The finger pointing is ridiculous, and whining is ridiculous as well. Even though Cat has, I'll tell you, Cat in so many replays, he's getting completely fouled. And they're not calling it. He's getting shoved, pushed, jammed. Like, this is not the NFL, with like inside the 5 yards where you can jam somebody. You can't do that. You can't do that to an offensive player when he has the ball. That is crazy, and they don't call it. So I can see why he's so frustrated. But let me tell you, nothing can give you clarity like bottoming out, like the way the Knicks did against the it was the Mavericks, right? It was against the Mavericks on Martin Luther King Day. That game was so humiliating. It was such a humiliating loss that the Knicks, no, who was it against? I can't remember who it was. Anyway, it was MLK Day. And then they got together. They had a players meeting, players only meeting, which is semantics. I mean, it was just players only. And they cleared the air. Everyone got to talk. And that just proof. Communication is essential in any kind of a team environment. Now, you're going to always have hierarchy. You're going to have certain people that have more influence than others. But the ones that have the great influence also have to be aware enough when to step back and let others talk and others lead. And right now, the way the Knicks are playing, it feels like everyone feels unified, that everyone feels like they have a voice. And that it is showing up on the court right now. They are giving it their all. They looked rocky in that first half for a bit, then came out of that locker room, made adjustments, and put it all on the court and just completely blew the Lakers out in that second half. That was fantastic. I mean, I am so proud of this team right now. The New York Knicks just came out in that second half and just dominated them. They only allowed 6 3-pointers of 22 attempts for the Lakers. Lakers shot only 41.5% for the second half total. Points in the paint, they were killing us in points in the paint. What were they, like 20? I think it was like 24-16 or something in the first half. In the second half, the Knicks completely flipped that around, 30-16. So they were plus 14 in the second half. Beautifully done. In fact, let's go look at this. Look at this. Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for rolling up here. I'll be reading that chat later. Yeah, let's go over here. Let's check this out here. Here are the team comparisons. The Knicks, the rebounding ended up being even, 53 apiece. The assists was really the Lakers only had 21 assists for the whole game. That is crazy, considering they had, how many did they have in the first quarter? They had 10 assists in the first quarter, so they only had 11 assists for the rest of the game. Wow, that's impressive. That is very impressive. The Knicks had 7 steals. Lakers only 5. Knicks had 2 block shots. Wow, what a block shot by Josh Hart. Came up from behind on Rui Hachimura and just boom, blocked that shit. And I think Mitch got the other block. Knicks only took care of the ball as well. Look at this. Only 7 turnovers. And Lakers only had 10 turnovers themselves. But 7 is unbelievable. That is such great ball management. And a lot of that is because Kolek is getting minutes too. Kolek played a big role tonight, and no one takes care of the ball like Kolek does. And man, was he making some beautiful passes. He found Mikal Bridges down low at one moment for an easy 2. There's a nice chemistry developing between Kolek and Mikal Bridges. You can see points in the paint. The Knicks ended up winning that battle, 46-40. Second chance points, Knicks ended up winning that one, 13-12. They were losing that in the first half. Fast break points, they got out in transition, and that is something that the Knicks don't get enough acknowledgement, I think, from the NBA. They are a good fast break team, transition team when they get out on the open floor. They got guys like OG who can dunk that ball. Josh Hart, we all know, is fabulous. Look what Shamet was doing. Mikal Bridges, how he's able to extend at the end and finish. Beautifully done. A +9 for the Knicks in fast break points tonight. The Knicks shot 47.3% from the field, but 43% from the three-point line. Outstanding. This was just an all-around fantastic win for the New York Knicks. Luka Doncic did everything he could for the Lakers. He led in all key categories. 30 points. He was the high man there. 15 rebounds for Luka. 8 assists for him. Yeah, that guy is such a player. I still can't believe the Mavericks gave him up the way they did. It's really pretty shocking, honestly. let's look at the standings. See where we are right here. All right, New York Knicks have won 31 games, 18 losses. They are 5.5 games behind the Detroit Pistons, who they play twice, I think, in the next 2 weeks. So those are gonna be big games. In fact, let's look at the schedule right here. Yes, on Friday, February 6th, the Knicks are at Detroit. And then after the All-Star game on Thursday, February 19th, so it's more like 20 days. They play Detroit at MSG. These are going to be two huge battles. And in between that, a battle with Philly, and they got Boston, and they have Denver this week, Wednesday. And that's after the Wizards game. So the Wizards, Knicks could be have a 7-game winning streak heading. That's at Washington. Okay, they're going to host the Nuggets. Interesting. Knicks could keep this roll going. I mean, the way they're playing right now, and then they get Deuce back, a healthy Deuce. This could be great. And I mean, Towns is not even shooting that great yet. Brunson is either. This is really exciting. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled by what I'm seeing, man. There was a beautiful buzzer beater, fast break. Brunson, beautiful pass to Mikal Bridges. Oh, yeah, that was it for the end of the third quarter. The Knicks were up 87-69. Oh, yeah, that was a nice one. Is that? Oh, no, this is the one I'm talking about here. No, the Knicks were up 90-82 at the end of the third quarter. They outscored the Lakers 38-26. And they kept the Lakers to just 18 points in the fourth quarter tonight. Wow. Let's look at here. Who's behind us? So all right, so we got the Raptors here. So 2 games separate between us and the Raptors. 2.5 games between Cleveland and us, and then there's the Sixers. Magic have been hanging around, but the Charlotte Hornets, man, they are a very fun team to watch right now. They have won 6 in a row as well as us, but they've won 8 of their last 10 games. That's exciting right there. All right, let me check out what's going on here in the chat. Let's see here. Man, I swallowed that bug. It's really annoying me. Shout out to the chat. What's up? We surveyed 100 people. Thank you so much for rolling up, brother. Let's see. We surveyed says, that's true, George, but now Cat is rushing back on defense after the no call. Yes, absolutely. That makes a huge difference. You know, he's not sitting there and whining. The minute it happens, but he doesn't stay back. And that's essential for team defense. Let's see here. Lex says, this is the Cat we need. No complaining. Too much getting back on defense and making the smart play on offense. Yep. Since fouling out, we survey says, since fouling out to the 76ers, Cat has 6 total fouls in 4 games. Yeah. That right there alone, he's made a major adjustment because he's playing defense with his feet now, not just his hands. You know, and not making the stupid bodying up somebody and the elbows, not getting those terrible. I don't think Cat got called for a single offensive foul tonight. That right there is a triumph. We got Slow Runner in the house. What's up, brother? He said Cleveland made a great trade getting Keon Ellis and Dennis Schroeder for DeAndre Hunter. Puts them under the luxury tax. Yeah. Whatever. I'm not concerned about the Cavs at all. Seriously, I'm not. Maybe they'll make me eat my words, but I'm not that concerned about them right now. Let's see, we got John Rover in the house. Hart had 20 points showing up. Yeah, 2 games, I think 2 or 3 games in a row, 20 points. Let's go. Damn it, Shamet, baby Shamet. So thrilled by the way he has been playing lately. Well, actually, most of the season, he's just been a really great guy off the bench for the Knicks. Yeah, I mean, Josh Hart in the last, let's see, 4 games? Is he averaging 20 points? I think so. OG is averaging 22.5 points per game in the last 4 games. Maybe it's the last 3 games. See here. Yeah, OG in the last 3 games averaging 25 points per game. Yep, 25 points per game for him. And for Hart, 20.7 points per game in the last 3 games. That makes all the difference, especially when your top scorers like Brunson, he's struggling right now. He's shooting 35% from the field, 33% from the three-point line. He's struggling. He still hits clutch buckets here and there, but you need others to step up, and that's what's great about having this type of team where any night a guy can step up and give you 30 points. 2-3 guys could do it, and we're seeing it happen. Mikal Bridges is averaging 16.7 points per game. He, inside the arc, he's being impressive. He's impressive inside the arc. He's connecting on 5 out of 7.3 attempts inside the arc. Wow, that's pretty efficient numbers right there. Cat, still, look, 16.7 from the three-point line. Only 11 points per game in the last 3 games, but look at this, 18.3 rebounds he's averaging in the past 3 games. That's big time. That's some big-time numbers right there, guys. That is big-time numbers. Oh, man. I'm thrilled. Thrilled by the situation. I'm thoroughly impressed that the Knicks were able to, band together and stick together, get through the adversity. And now, look, adversity reveals character, as Coach Bruce Pearl said, and I quote him often. Well, we're seeing the character of this team right now. And there's a resilience to them. There's a cohesion to them that we haven't seen in a while. We definitely didn't see it during that 2-9 stretch. And now it's here. And the Knicks, offensively, at any moment, they could just kick it into high gear. And they're creating opportunities with their defense. They're creating offensive opportunities with their defense. Those getting easier buckets. Beautiful. Pulled this out. Christian Winfield tweeted this out. Josh Hart was the Knicks defensive player of the game for his effort on guarding Luka, even though Luka did end up at 30. And then James Edwards says, Mike Brown said Josh Hart, defensive player of the game, liked what he did on Luka. And then he also tweeted this out, Christian Winfield. Mike Brown says the physicality wasn't there in the first half and that the Knicks were 1-5 on 50-50 balls in the second quarter. Says the Knicks got all 7 50-50 balls in the second half. That, to me, was the difference in the ball game. Absolutely. Absolutely. Beautifully done. Beautifully said. And let's not forget our other All-Star. Yep, selected to the team, 6-time All-Star Karl-Anthony Towns as the Knicks roll over Lakerland in the second half to win 112-100 on the first basketball night in America. Delivers 13 rebounds, 5 offensive, game high, 4 assists. He was making some beautiful passes. He found, where was that one pass? Cat, in the third quarter, he drove, got fouled, it got a no call. Totally. So I can see why he gets so frustrated. Knicks were doing a good job versus the zone. He found Mikal down low for 2. There was another time where Brunson found Mikal at the elbow, and he hit the midi. So I feel like they're finally overcoming their issues with the zone. Last season, I feel like that Thibs offense had no answer for zones when teams threw it at us. I don't think that's not the case this season. The Knicks really are responding beautifully. And Cat finished with a game high plus 23. That cannot be overlooked. Beautifully done. All right. I think I'm going to wind this down because my throat is a little tired. And eating that bug was not fun. Man. Great win, 112-100. Let's see. Get the highlights going again here. for you guys. I'm going to check out what's going on here in the chat. We got PD Melody says, great win, George. Let's go. Damn it, Shamet. Yes. Deuce is going to come back big. Yep. Steven says, Drew's Reviews. What's up, brother? That air ball from Macau was quite embarrassing, though. Yeah, he had a couple air balls. He had a couple of air balls. They were embarrassing. Let's see. When Cat stopped forcing crazy drives to the basket and falling to the ground, two things happened. Better offense and defense. You know, that's a great point, Juan Carlos. I don't recall in the past 3 games where Cat has ended up on the floor under the basket and laboring to get up to go in the other direction. I feel like he's a little more in control of his body right now. And I feel like a lot of the contact is happening in front of the basket now, where I feel like he was just trying to whip past or whip through or get over the defender to the basket with so much speed. Now he's using his strength, and so that's keeping him more composed on the offensive end, and that's made a big difference because when it's 5-on-4 on the other way, going the other way, it's tough. It's tough to have a good defense. It's tough to have a good transition defense. Let's see what else. We got Singer Speak 1. Some people were so quick to trade Cat, but real fans know what he's capable of. No trade needed. Yeah, I gotta say, I don't think there's gonna be a big trade. There might be like that Gershon Pacom Dadier for somebody, Ayu Dosunmu or Najee Marshall or I don't know, somebody. But I don't think the big trade is coming. And I think the Knicks, they're playing like they know that. Like they were told that. Especially the last few games. We didn't play Clarkson. Why didn't Clarkson play? Clarkson is out of the rotation. And I'll tell you, there's one specific reason why. His defense is just terrible. And you can't have Brunson with a weak defender, and you have, especially when Deuce is not available, Shamet is a good defender, but Cat gets a lot of bad press as not being a good defender. He's not a terrible defender, but he's not, I wouldn't say he's a good defender. So you can't have too many weak defenders, especially when it's a guy who's a streaky shooter like Clarkson is. If he's not giving you 10, 15 points in a game off the bench, he's allowing 10, 15 points by his defense off the bench. So he's a negative impact player when he's out, or had become one. But it's a long season. You never know. He'll get his chance eventually. And then hopefully he'll, by that point, have better shot selection. Because he's definitely hit some big buckets for the Knicks. He's definitely given us some big offense at times. Knicks, like this, Lex says, Knicks made some of these plays look easy, like they were just fooling around in practice. They did. Mo Diawara. Oh, yeah, Mo. I didn't even talk about Mo. Mo, he hit a big 3 for the Knicks. Very big 3. Let's see, let's get over here. Yeah, Mo, he only played 5.5 minutes. His one shot attempt, he buried it. I love his activity. I love the way he moves around the court. I think it's interesting he was the first guy off the bench for the Knicks tonight. Let's see, Clarkson didn't even get in garbage time. It was only 47 seconds of garbage time. But Tyler Kolek, man. I know this doesn't end up looking that great, the 3 of 10. But, man, he had some really impressive stretches, especially in that second quarter. In fact, let's look at the second. I meant third quarter. Third quarter, or I guess it was fourth quarter. Fourth quarter, no, 0 for 3. So it was the second quarter. What am I talking about? Jay, when you're right the first time. Yeah, he had 8 points in that second quarter. Yeah, 8 points, 2 of 5, picked up 2 assists. got a rebound. He gave you almost 8 minutes of play right there. And the Knicks were a +4 in those 8 minutes. He was the high man in that second quarter. All righty. Great win. So happy with these Knicks right now. And I feel like this is not like an aberration. This is closer to who they are. They're having balanced scoring right now. They are playing really inspired defense. They had 6 guys in double figures in points. They dominated on the boards. They were sharing the ball. They had 30 assists tonight. They're getting great looks from the three-point line. Shooting, they put up 42 three-point attempts, buried 18 of them. That's 43%. Guys like Shamet coming in off the bench, giving you 23 points just himself. This is a team to be feared. The NBA saw that tonight. They saw that tonight, especially over the Lakers. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. Again, my name is George. If this is your first time here, or you've been here before and haven't subscribed yet, please do so. You know, we're over 11,000 subscribers. Hit the thumbs up button for me. Share the video. If you're watching this later on, drop your comments. I try to read them all. You guys are my collaborators. If there's things I overlooked or whatever, insights or whatever, please share them with me. I definitely appreciate that. Shout out to the chat. Thank you guys for rolling up here tonight. Lex Destroyer, Drew's Reviews. We survey 100 people. We got a great crew right here. We got over 260 in the chat right now. It's fantastic. Mitch needs to play versus Denver. He can sit against the Wizards. 100% agree. Chris Gotti, definitely agree with that. If you want to support the channel, join the membership down below, the join button down below there. You get access to the members-only halftime reports and deep discounts on merch. And also, don't forget to just hit the merch. If you don't want to join the channel, you can check out the store. All kinds of cool gear, and there's more cool gear coming. And I will tell you, I think Knicks 10-game win streak, maybe. I'm putting it out there. 10-game win streak. Putting it out there. Okay. I will see you around the Knicks-Verse. Let's go.